Are you planning on buying a home? Do you have a mortgage pre-approval? Well, if you don't, you should. Why? Because first of all, it's free. Second of all, there is no obligation. If you don't ever use it, that's okay. Third, it's quick. You can do it the entire process online. And if you have all your documentation, you could probably do it in less than an hour. And then fourth, and probably the most important right now, is that it can save you a lot of money. So in this video, I'm going to talk about mortgage pre-approvals, and make sure you stay until the end because I will answer that important question on why it's going to save you thousands of dollars right now in this real estate market. So let's get to it. Hi everybody, my name is Connie Sarvanandan and I'm a real estate agent and investor here in Toronto and the GTA. And in this video, we're going to talk about mortgage pre-approvals. So what exactly is a mortgage pre-approval? A mortgage pre-approval is a financial institution telling you exactly what you can afford based on the information that you provide them with. And it also locks in a rate for you with that pre-approval. So the information that you're going to provide to the financial institution is going to be things like your income, your debts, other loans, things like that, your assets. And they're going to combine all this information that you're going to provide, and then they're going to tell you what you can and cannot afford. And you would do this through either a lending institution directly, or you can do it through a mortgage broker. It's up to you, but there's lots of different ways that you can get a mortgage pre-approval. And here's the thing about mortgage pre-approvals is that, first of all, they're free. Nobody should be charging you for a mortgage pre-approval. Second of all, there's no obligation. So if you decide to get a mortgage pre-approval and you lock in a great rate and then you haven't bought a home and you can't use the pre-approval, it's fine. There's no cost to you, there's no obligation, you're good. And in fact, a lot of people go out and get pre-approvals from different places to see if they can lock into the best rate available. So it's free and there is no obligation. On top of that, it's also pretty quick. So when you get a mortgage pre-approval, you can either go to your lending institution directly, you can talk to a mortgage broker, or a lot of times you can just do it online. A lot of the lending institutions have online pre-approvals. And if you have all your documentation available, you can usually do it in less than an hour. So it's also pretty quick to do. So I would definitely try and get a mortgage pre-approval. And now the most important thing for a mortgage pre-approval, especially in this marketplace, is that it's going to save you a lot of money. Thousands and thousands of dollars. So why is that? Well, let me tell you. If you are enjoying this content, please think about liking and subscribing. It really helps us out and lets us know what content is important to you. My name is Connie Sarvanandan. I'm a real estate agent and investor here in Toronto and the GTA. We help clients all the time. So if you have any questions about real estate in Toronto and the GTA, feel free to call, text, email, or WhatsApp, or even better, make an appointment with our Calendly link below and we'll be sure to help you out. So how do you save thousands of dollars with a mortgage pre-approval? Well, the thing is, when you get a mortgage pre-approval, you are locking into an interest rate. And right now, that's really important because the interest rates are going up because Bank of Canada has openly said they are raising interest rates on a regular basis to address inflation. So Bank of Canada sets the overnight rate. The overnight rate is used to determine the prime rate. And the prime rate is what we as consumers are, that's what the lending institutions use to set our borrowing costs. So, our mortgages are set off of the prime rate, which is set according to the overnight rate. So the overnight rate for most of the pandemic was 0.25%. And then it doubled from 0.25 to 0.5. And then a couple of weeks ago, it doubled again from 0.5 to 1%. And now they're expecting it to go up again in June. and they're expecting it to go up for the next couple of rate announcements. Now you can go on to the Bank of Canada website to see exactly when the rate hikes are happening. I'll make sure I link down below to that. But for sure, the Bank of Canada has already said that they are raising interest rates this year because they're trying to help with inflation, because inflation is out of control. So what does that mean exactly for you? So when you get a mortgage pre-approval, you actually are getting that pre-approval based on an interest rate. And right now, if you get a mortgage pre-approval, you lock into that interest rate. Now, different institutions lock in for different amounts of time, but typically you lock in for 90 to 120 days. So that's 3 to 4 months that you are going to be able to lock into that interest rate. So if you were to get a pre-approval right now, before the next interest rate hikes, you can try and lock into the current interest rate for the next 3 to 4 months versus dealing with the interest rate when you decide to buy a house. So that's why pre-approvals are so important, especially in an environment where the interest rates are rising. You want to lock into that lower rate. And if you don't use it, that's fine. But at least you have the option of locking into this lower interest rate. So I think pre-approvals are critical. I actually think they are more important than looking at houses and meeting with realtors and everything else. It's really important that you understand what you can afford, and you also lock into the lowest interest rates possible right now. And by the way, you can go to one institution and get one interest rate and go to another one and maybe get a better interest rate. Like, I'm not saying that you have to go and just get one. You could get several if you want. And that's okay, because you know what? If you don't use it, you don't use it. But at least have something in hand so you can leverage it. So that's it. I hope that made sense. If you have any comments or questions, please ask them below. And if you like this content, please make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Connie Sarvanandan. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.